The DC Extended Universe. How do I describe you? Bear with me on this one. Weird fact about me is one of my biggest fears in life is actually roller coasters. For some reason, for as long as I can remember, I've been absolutely terrified of them, which I know is extremely lame. But a couple years ago, I actually tried to conquer that fear, and I got on one. The best way I can describe that experience is even though I was terrified the entire time and I wasn't necessarily having the best time, there were still a couple things to enjoy, and there were still a few good things about the overall experience. That's exactly how I would describe the DC Extended Universe. Overall, it's a roller coaster with many ups and downs, but amongst all of it, you'll still find 2017's Wonder Woman, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and of course, Shazam! Shazam! Nothing? Really? Let me just take a sip of this coffee. Wow. So, Shazam Fury of the Gods is the sequel to 2019's Shazam. This time around, Billy Batson and the entire Shazam family have settled into having these super powered alter egos. While Billy is scared of losing everyone and having everyone go their own separate ways, everyone else just kind of wants to live their own lives their own way. Things, of course, take turns and stir up when the daughters of Atlas are after the entire Shazam family's powers and will stop at nothing to take back what they feel is rightfully theirs. Something that works right off the bat is Zachary Levi himself as Shazam. The man is incredibly charismatic and likable. The energy he carried in the last film is still something he holds up extremely well in this film. In so many senses, he was kind of born for this role. And this movie's just another reminder of that. The chemistry between the entire Shazam family is as strong as ever. In the first film, they all clicked, like right off the bat, and they worked really well together. I was really glad to see that continue on in this film. And when I say the Shazam family, I do mean the entire Shazam family, like both young versions and the super powered versions of themselves. The young versions worked well amongst each other, the super powered versions worked well amongst each other, and even while certain members were their young selves while others were in their super powered form, they worked well off of each other as well. Point being, they all worked really well together. It's a good case of talking a lot and saying a little. Jack Dylan Grazer really shined in this movie. He was probably the most enjoyable and probably gave the best performance. He was great before, and honestly, he's even greater now. And of course, Helen Mirren is a standout in this film, but I feel like I don't really need to say that. The woman could sit down and eat a sandwich and somehow turn that into a brilliant performance. Now, the way this movie sets up the Daughters of Atlas, it lends you to believe that Helen Mirren is the primary villain, when in fact it's more so Lucy Liu's character. Lucy Liu really took the lead as the primary villain, which kind of surprised me, but it was a pleasant surprise. And for what she had to work with, she worked with it really well. Now, the movie itself does in fact bite a little more than it could chew. You know, one of the main reasons the first Shazam film works so well, it's because it's a simple film that's primary focus is the character of Billy Batson. The scope of it is kind of small because the story itself is pretty grounded. And that's the best kind of story to tell with a character like Shazam. Now, this movie tries really hard to one up the last movie by just upscaling everything. The stakes are higher, the scope is much more broad, which that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It could actually work really well. But in this case, it just meant sacrificing everything that made the first Shazam film so special. A lot of the overall charm just got lost. Also, there is a bit of excessive collateral damage throughout this movie. It reminded me a lot of the Black Adam film. And I know a lot of people prefer action sequences for the pure sake of entertainment. I sometimes prefer well executed drama with great character development in its place. Now, does a Shazam movie necessarily need to be action packed? Kind of, yeah. But much like the Black Adam film, this movie seems to be more in favor of pointless action sequences rather than solid character development and great storytelling. I guess that's why I feel like I didn't really grow with these characters. And in the end, it kind of felt like right where we started in the film. I didn't really go anywhere. This movie didn't really take me anywhere. All in all, Shazam Fury of the Gods was okay. I don't necessarily dislike this movie. The entire cast was great, and the premise itself really wasn't bad. But at the end of the day, if there's a Shazam film I want to watch, it sadly won't be this one. That being said, I've got to give Shazam Fury of the Gods a 6.5 out of 10. So, how would you rank Shazam Fury of the Gods? Let me know down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.